I did get a little bit of makeup on it. I don't know how I got lipstick on the bag. I promise I wasn't kissing it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Monica and welcome back to my channel. Guys, I'm so excited because this is the second episode from the Breaking Down the Bag series. First of all, I want to just say a big thank you to everyone who watched the first episode of this series, which highlighted the Fendi First bag. You guys love the video. I'm so grateful. You left some amazing comments, as well as just your overall feedback was very positive, and I'm truly appreciative. Thank you so much for watching it. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you watch it because it's a really good video. So if you own the Fendi First bag, if you've contemplated the Fendi First bag, or if you just love luxury bags, you definitely want to watch this video. It's really good. It's very informative. And I feel like by the end of the video, I will definitely have you loving or purchasing the Fendi First bag, so make sure you check it out. But yes, thank you so much for watching that video. Today's video will be highlighting the Chanel 19. I did mention that in the last video that this video will highlight the Chanel 19. I'm a huge fan of the 19, so in this video we're gonna go over pros, cons, the different materials, price increases, how I've loved the bag, usage, wear and tear, all that good stuff. So very excited to dive into the Chanel 19 and share my opinion with you guys. But before we do that, if this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm Monica, hey, and I'm a fashion and lifestyle blogger based out of Atlanta. And if you love fashion, and more fashion, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. I do post Wednesdays and Fridays, sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3 times. I'll throw in a bonus on Sunday, sometimes just once a week, but you will always find a new video every week. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss anything, because the videos are good, like really good. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if you need style inspo in between these videos, you can definitely check out my Instagram page. It's Odd by Moni. I share tons of style inspo, home content, travel, all that good stuff. So yes, check it out. It's Odd by Moni on TikTok as well as Instagram, and there's a little bit of everything there, as well as my website, oddbymonica.com, for pretty much shopping links, style inspo, great blog posts on everything. My blog is going to be 10 years this year, so you know there's a lot of content. Anywho, let's get into this video because it's really good, and I feel like there's a lot to touch, so let's get into it. All right, so the silhouette of the Chanel 19. The silhouette, the bag itself, debuted March 2019. It was Karl Lagerfeld's last collection, and it made its runway appearance 2019. And like everyone else, I went gaga crazy when I saw this bag. Like the Chanel Classic, the 2.55, the 19 was also named after the year it debuted. Karl Lagerfeld designed the bag alongside Virginie Vignard. I hope I said that correctly. Yes, and it's been a hit ever since. Just looking at some articles about the bag, I felt like a lot of people thought that the bag would not have, you know, lasting power, but kind of when I saw the bag, I knew that it would have lasting power just because of the silhouette and the details of the bag. But you know, it's 2022 now, and the bag is a hit. Like the classic 2.55, you cannot keep the 19 in store, and that is just a great indicator of, you know, the fact that this is such a great bag. But in terms of the actual silhouette of the bag, it is a semi-structured bag. It's pretty flexible. I personally like the fact that it's not structured. That way you can really kind of bend it a little bit. You can add a little bit more to the bag, and it also adds a bit more of a relaxed vibe for the bag, which was kind of one of the reasons that I personally love the bag and got drawn to the bag, just for the flexibility and the fact that it wasn't as serious as the classic. In addition to that, it features this amazing strap which features silver, gold, and ruthenium hardware. I think that was another feature that really drew me in, because it wasn't what we've normally seen in bags. It mixed metals, and as you guys can see with my arm candy, I love mixing metals. I just feel like it's just a bit more interesting, and this allowed the bag to really be worn with everything and anything, and it also gave the bag a very modern touch, which I'm here for. So there are 6 collections throughout the year for the Chanel 19 in terms of the different colorways and whatnot, but you will always have 4 colors, which include black, that come out, and if I'm correct, there are 2 different colors that are debuted every other month. So you will kind of always find something, an offering, something new in the Chanel 19. However, it's pretty hard to come by one. I literally went into the Chanel store yesterday and there was nothing. And that's in Atlanta, so you know, things sell out pretty quickly here, but there was nothing available. But that also just speaks to the bag, speaks to the silhouette, speaks to the longevity of the bag. Even though it's still new, this bag is not going anywhere. But all of that speaks to the character, the silhouette, how useful and how much you can actually use this bag. And we'll go over more of that later on in the video. But yes, love the bag, love the silhouette. Size comparison. So the Chanel 19, when it debuted, came in 5 sizes. Now it's only available in 4 sizes. So when it first of all came out, there was a belt bag, there was a wallet on a chain, you have your regular size, there was a large size, and a maxi size. So now we do not have the belt bag option. However, I was told that, you know, it's not that they scrapped it completely, it's just they don't offer it right now. But if the creative director decides to debut it again, we might see it again. So hopefully we will see it again. I just think that it's a really cool bag. I know belt bags are not necessarily all the rage right now, and that could possibly be the reason behind not offering it in the belt bag right now, but pretty cool as well. So yes, the sizes with the bag. I have 2 Chanel 19s. This is a bag that if I probably had access to the large, sorry, this is the large. If I had access to the maxi, I probably would have bought the maxi, but I have not seen it like ever in person. But I have what would be considered the large and just the regular size. I don't know, when I thought this was actually considered a small or medium, but going online and just doing a little bit more research, this is just the Chanel 19. So this is the size, the original size, I guess, and then we go to the large, and then there's a maxi. But I love these 2 sizes that I own, and we will go over more of what goes inside the bag and all that good stuff in a minute. So now let's go to price increases. So when the bag debuted in this size in 2019, it was $4,600 in leather. In tweed, it was $4,200. Now in leather, it is $5,700, and in tweed, it is $5,500. It's $5,500. It also comes in denim. It comes in metallic. In the denim, or in the fabrics, it's about $5,300, and in the metallic it's about $5,800. So because the bag is offered in so many different fabrics, the prices will fluctuate, but for the most part, in the lambskin and the goatskin, which are the more popular materials, as well as the tweed, you know, you'll see more of a price jump. So the leather was $4,600. It's now $5,700. That just goes to show big difference in price from then and now. All right, so when the large size in leather debuted, it was $5,100, and now it's $6,300. So that's a pretty, you know, pretty big price increase. When the maxi debuted, it was $5,600, and now it is $6,900. So these are really big price increases. But like I said, they can only demand these prices because we buy it. You know, if there was a decline in demand for the bag, then the bags wouldn't be this expensive. But that just goes to show that regardless of how expensive the bags are, people are still willing to pay the money because, one, it's Chanel. You know, in all fairness, Chanel can sell anything. Like, if you put CCs on anything, people will buy it. Coming from someone who has history in selling luxury bags, I remember when, you know, just when Chanel bags, even the classics, my first classic, I've mentioned this to you guys many times, was how much did I buy it? $27.50 Canadian. The workmanship is just so much better, but just, you know, these prices have gone up so much. The same bag is it's 10,500 Canadian. So that just goes to show that Chanel really can demand whatever, and we buy it. Anywho, those are the prices. Now let's get into materials, fabrics, and all that good stuff. Since its debut, the Chanel 19 has been created in lambskin, goatskin, tweed, metallic finished leather, printed silk, cotton canvas, jersey, denim, pretty much any kind of luxurious material, any material that you feel like can be manipulated, Chanel's done it. Sequins, we've seen it in everything. For the most part, lambskin is probably the most popular. The lambskin and the tweed actually are the most popular materials, and those are pretty much the materials you will probably come across more often. I would say the other fabrics are a bit more, I would say more of those special pieces that brands like to bring out every now and then, and they're made in limited quantities, so it's really hard to find them. It's even hard to find the leather and the tweed, which are, you know, a bit more or more produced basically. So those are pretty much the materials that you will come across the bag in. In terms of the hardware, it's made in ruthenium, gold, and silver. I love the materials and the mix of metals, which I've mentioned in the past. I just feel like it just adds so much detail to the bag, and we'll go over some of the pros and cons and some of the material details as well as the function and features, whatnot, later on in the video. But in terms of the fabrications and the different materials made, those are the commonly used ones that we've seen. I know Chanel loves to manipulate, not necessarily manipulate, but I know they love to create bags in a host of different fabrications, so don't be surprised if you see different materials used to create the Chanel 19. Function and feature. This is always my favorite part because I feel like this is where we really go over the bag and we determine, you know, if this is a good fit or not. The bag itself, in both sizes, the silhouettes are pretty much the same. They don't really vary with the exception of the wallet on a chain. But in terms of the large, the actual, you know, Chanel 19 itself, and the maxi, they feature this slip pocket on the back. That can be considered, has a function as well as a feature, in the sense that, you know, it's just a clean slit. So you actually have to hold it and come up a little close to really identify that you have that pocket. But having a pocket on the outside of the bag is a huge feature and a game changer for a lot of women. I personally don't care if there's a pocket on the back, the front, the side. If I love a bag, I love a bag. But for the most part, most women love bags that are functional, and you have this with the Chanel 19. You have easy access to your keys. I have hand sanitizer wipes in mine. I have chapstick, or, you know, and maybe a snack. So there are certain things that I just personally, especially when I travel, I love to have easy access to, and you have that with this feature. I love the fact that you don't have it has an extra pocket or a flap, but just a simple slit with a metallic button that you can use to open and close and to secure whatever you have inside the bag. Another function slash feature of the bag is the chain top handle feature. Even though this adds, you know, more of a added feature to the bag, it is also very functional. For women who want to carry their bag, has a top handle, you have that added detail with this, as well as just carrying it over your arm. And it also just adds, you know, a bit more interest to the bag. It's almost like giving the bag its own like little jewelry and adding some candy to the bag. So I love this about the bag. Also, you have this leather panel that's located on the strap of the bag. It allows the bag to sit comfortably on your shoulder. The metal, the hardware is pretty substantial. It's not terribly heavy, but it's substantial. So this rubbing against your skin with the addition of everything you might put inside the bag might be a little strenuous on your shoulder. Hence, the brand has decided to add this leather panel to allow the bag to sit comfortably on your shoulder. I travel with this bag all the time. Like, this is my go-to bag for travel, and it's so comfortable. Like, I never feel uncomfortable regardless of how much stuff I put inside the bag, and I will definitely share what can fit inside the bag in a minute. But yes, it's just very comfortable. It's comfortable on the shoulder. Then you also have your CC opening, which is kind of like the classic in a lot of our Chanel bags. It's just kind of more of a twist. You just twist it to open and it comes right open. I love the feature. I feel like it allows the bag to open easy, and yeah, it just adds a good added detail to it without taking away from the CC detail in the front. So for the inside of the bag, it is lined in fabric, which I don't necessarily appreciate at this price point, but it is lined in fabric. You also have a leather trim around the top of the bag, which kind of helps in terms of keeping somewhat of a shape to the bag. There also is a slit zipper pocket, so you can keep your stuff inside the bag. With this particular bag, it is dark on the inside, which I personally don't really appreciate because it is a little tedious to find stuff in the bag. So if you are a stickler for little details like that, that might bother you. It doesn't bother me much, but I would have preferred a lighter lining that way to make it a little easier to find what's inside of the bag. But with that said, the lining kind of mimics the color of the bag because in my yellow, the lining is yellow. So they try to make the lining mimic the color of the bag. So I understand why it's black on the inside. It almost needs to be that way to kind of have a seamless, cohesive, you know, overall look of the bag. So like I said, you'll also find those same details in the yellow bag, and pretty much the lining will mimic the color of the bag. So those are the functions and the features. All right, so next up, what fits inside the bag? That's really important. Like I said, for the large size, I travel with this bag. So having a bag that is not so structured allows me to put a lot of stuff inside the bag. Hence, it's the perfect travel bag. I feel like it elevates whatever I wear it with, but also I'm able to put a lot inside of it. And I'm gonna share with you guys how much you can put inside the large size. So first thing, you have your wallet. I don't use a full, long, big wallet. This is pretty much what I have with my keys. That fits comfortably inside there. Then I have a sunglass case. That goes in there pretty easy. If you decide to travel with your bag, this is kind of like my travel wallet. Goes inside there with a lot more space. An organizer. My Chanel AirPod case holder, which I love. It comes in white now. I think I need it in white too. So that fits. Still a lot more space in there. Mind you, the more stuff you put inside the bag, the heavier it gets, but you still have a lot more room in there. And you have that nice detail with the strap to allow you to hold the bag comfortably. My vlogging camera. Fits, still have some space. Lipstick. This is actually what I'm wearing right now. It is Charlotte Tilbury. Yes, it's Charlotte Tilbury, and I'll link it in the description box in case you want to know. But I can dump that in there easily. There's still more space. Now that I have this straight wig, let's get a brush in there. So yeah, all of this fits inside the bag easy. Like I said, the more you put inside the bag, the heavier it will get. But you can add all of that in. And notice putting all that stuff means that if you're holding it by the top handle, the flaps start to go up. So that's one thing that I've noticed about the bag, that the more you put in, the flap goes up on the side. But for the most part, when I travel with it, I'm using this strap. I'm not necessarily holding it this way. But if you put a lot of stuff, this is what happens. Okay, so keep that in mind. But when you carry it this way, it's not so bad. The flaps start to relax a little bit again. And then you can wear it as a crossbody. I like to wear it as a crossbody, especially when I'm traveling, just to have it in front of me, just for safety reasons. And then if you want to wear it as a shoulder bag, it also lays down flat. All right, so for the regular size in the Chanel 19, same details, or in terms, sorry, same function. All right, so for the regular size, you have the slip pocket. I have like my hand cream there. I have a little bit of a brush, but like anything you need easy access to will fit in the back there. And then on the inside, let's see how much goes in there. Cell phone, glass case, extra charger, wallet. So it's starting to fill up. It's definitely not as roomy as the other one, but I still have space for more. If I would bring my vlogging camera, I probably would take the stand off just to give me a little bit more space. But my organizer can definitely fit in here. So the bag also starts to lose shape depending on how much you put inside. So if you're really keen on the bag keeping its shape and you don't like when it kind of does all that, you might want to put a little less inside the bag. But other than that, it's a great bag because it's not structured. You can put a little bit more, but that comes at the cost of losing, you know, a clean silhouette. It looks a bit more bulky. It doesn't look as posh when you stuff the bag. So you definitely want to try and put a little less to just give it a nice clean silhouette. Oh, we also have my hand sanitizer on it too. So yes, I use all these bags. I use them a lot. I love them. Now we are going to go into wear and tear of the bags. All right, so the wear and tear of the bag. I have to say, and I've said this many times, if you guys have been rocking with me, you know this. As much as I love Chanel, I know there's been a decline in the quality. You know, I've talked to different essays or Chanel brand ambassadors or whatnot over the years, and what they've told me, and I've seen this personally. After 2008, you know, there was a bit of a decline in terms of the quality of Chanel, and I've seen this. My first bag, which I got before the decline in the quality, looks better than some of my newer bags. But just like everyone else, I am somewhat of a Chanel addict. In terms of wear for the 19 and in what I personally own, definitely not wearing the way I would like it to wear, but at the same time, I have to be realistic with myself. This is a fabric bag. It acts like fabric. Tweed has the tendency to start to ball up, and we see that throughout the bag. I'm not necessarily, I don't pamper these bags. So yeah, it's basically wearing faster than I would like it to wear. I'll just put it that way. But also at the same time, I don't treat it like it's a baby. I don't pamper the bag. I wear the bag. I travel with the bag. And we all know when you travel with the bag, it takes a bit more of a beating than just kind of going to an event or putting it on a table. But you're putting it on the conveyor belt. You're putting it under seats. I tend to put my bag inside of my Dior book tote because I usually travel with my Dior book tote or my Fendi Sunshine tote. And I put it inside of the bag so it rarely touches the ground or it rarely touches, you know, the common surfaces. But every now and then, I do have to probably put it on the ground, or I have to put it in an overhead bin or whatnot. But for the most part, you do have a little bit of the pulling. I did get a little bit of makeup on it. I don't know how I got lipstick on the bag. I promise I wasn't kissing it. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay in the tweed. Funny enough, I also feel like the black and white, or a black tweed in general, just doesn't wear as well. Because the yellow tweed looks phenomenal. Like, it looks great. And I've used this bag a ton. I haven't traveled with it. It's never been my travel bag, but I've used it, and I've used it a lot. But with that said, it still looks really good. it looks great to me. It looks new. But I can't say the same thing for the black and white tweeds. So keep that in mind if you are considering getting the Chanel 19 in tweed, in black, or in white tweed. Be aware that it might wear a little quicker, and not to say that it's wearing quicker, but you see all the blemishes a lot quicker. And I feel like because of the colorway of this, blemishes just get lost in it. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly why the two have worn so differently. I got the larger size, so the black and white one. I got this one, I would say maybe 2 months before I got this one. And yes, I've used the black and white one, the larger one, more, but like I said, not to the point where it's wearing completely differently. I did reach out to a few people that owned the lambskin bag, and they have said that it's wearing pretty well. No scratches in the lambskin. They do have to stuff it to help it keep its shape. If it wasn't stuffed on a regular basis, she feels like, or they in general, the general consensus that I got was that without stuffing it, the bag would start to crease. The leather would start to crease, especially because it's not structured. So stuffing it is very important. I have to say that I stuff this bag, but I don't necessarily stuff the larger size. And I don't know whether if that's adding to the wear and the longevity of the bag. I highly recommend to stuff this bag because it's not structured. Even when you have structured bags, you still want to, stuff them a little bit just to help it hold and maintain its shape. A brand reached out to me and sent this stuffing. Apparently they have stuffings for all the Chanel 19 sizes. What's the name of this brand? It's Bag Pad London. And so this was for the regular size Chanel 19, and they, like I said, they have sizes for all the different sizes, but this is what I put inside that bag, and that could also help with your longevity. So keep that in mind. You definitely want to stuff the bag. How to style the bag. Both, regardless of what size, the Chanel 19 is probably Chanel's most versatile bag, in the sense that you have the mixed metals that allows you to literally pair it with any kind of like jewelry or accessories, or no, regardless of what you're wearing. So having that mixed metal detail of the bag just allows the bag to be very versatile. I have worn my 19s to pretty much everywhere, everything I can think about, with the exception of the black and white one. I don't really wear this as a dinner bag. I haven't really worn it as a dinner bag. Not to say it can't be worn that way, because if you really wanted to wear it as a dinner bag, you simply let the straps kind of hang and put it under your arm and wear it as a clutch, because oversized clutches are a huge trend. So that is not to say that you cannot wear it that way. You could also take the strap and just tuck it inside the bag, close it up, let this part hang, and then just wear it that way as a clutch. So it is very versatile. I feel like you cannot go wrong with whatever size you decide to go in this bag. It really depends on what you want it for. So if you're like me and you travel a lot, it seems like I will be traveling every month this year. Last year I felt like I traveled almost every month. But if you need a great bag that, is just a fun bag, it stands out, it almost elevates whatever travel look you have, I would say do the large or the maxi. If I had the maxi, I would be very happy, because in my opinion, the maxi would be the ultimate travel bag. However, keep in mind, the more you put in a bag, the heavier it gets. Also, I find that having the large size, it's easy for me to put this large size inside my Dior Book tote, and it's just easier for me to travel and carry that way. So what I do when I travel is I keep my Dior Book tote somewhat full. I have an organizer that I put stuff inside on the bottom, and then I leave space on the top, and I put this inside of it, then I put the duster over it and a silk scarf. So that way I literally technically have 3 bags, but you're only seeing that one bag. So this is a great bag when you're about to go on the plane. You can easily take it off your body and then do that. Or, you can just stroll through the airport or whatnot. You can explore whatever you need. You can do it with this bag. So I feel like it's a great bag for travel. It's a great bag for, just exploring and just going on with your day-to-day life. You can still do that. You can do everything I mentioned with the smaller or the regular size. However, it's just not as big, so you can't get as much inside of it. And I also feel like this bag just looks best when it's not overstuffed. So keep that in mind. But I've worn both bags all year round, number one, regardless of the color. We do know that Chanel is notorious for not necessarily bringing the same color back, especially in specialty colors, but they tend to always have something really cool if you can find it color wise. So in terms of color, I would say go with whatever color you find that you love and that moves you. You guys know how I feel. Like, a bag has to move you before you buy it, regardless of the price point, but definitely with whatever color you find. I feel like depending on your wardrobe, there's so many factors into that go into what you can actually wear it with, but just in terms of styling and where you can wear it to, the possibilities are endless. This is a great dinner bag. You can do the same thing that I just displayed with the large size. You can tuck the straps in, you can wear it as a clutch, you can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a top handle. I like to wear it every now and then and just kind of hold the leather strap and the top handle this way and just let the hardware just frame the bag. So you can really play around with the bag and just have fun with it. It's super stylish, super versatile. Love it. All right, so price comparison to something similar in the market. I feel like there are quite a few bags in the market, luxury bags, that are somewhat similar to the 19, but I felt like the Saint Laurent college shoulder bag is probably the closest in the sense that it has the top handle, it has a chain strap, it is semi-structured, you have the quilted detail, so I feel like that is a good comparison to the Chanel 19. The price on the Saint Laurent college shoulder bag is actually $2,490, so you're actually getting a better price point with the Saint Laurent bag. In my opinion, you're probably getting better quality too. I'm just saying, because Saint Laurent bags are very, very well made and very well priced. And I feel like that probably just goes to the demand, the house. We all know Chanel is just, it's Chanel. So, you know, they can demand it. But if you don't feel like spending the money on the 19, because the prices are high and they probably will continue to go up, the Saint Laurent college shoulder bag is a great option. The price is amazing. I've seen this bag on a lot of people. I personally don't own the bag, but it is a great looking bag. I feel like it would be a great option if you don't want to spend the Chanel money. So that's my comparison in the market. My personal experience with the bag. I love the bag. I have to say I love the bag. I am not necessarily a fan of the 19 in leather. I used to work for a leather company, and out of all the different skins, it was that pigskin. Pigskin had this look that, in my opinion, just looked cheap. It just didn't look as nice. And I usually don't like saying bad things about bags because people spend their hard working money on it, and I never want anyone to feel like they made a bad decision in terms of what they've purchased. I just don't like the 19 in leather because there's just something about the look that reminisces to me of pigskin, which I just don't. I just feel like there's something about it that doesn't look as supple and doesn't look as rich as their other bags. And let me know if you guys feel this way too, if you've seen the 19 and there's just something in leather, that is, and there's something about it that just doesn't move you. I would really love to know that I'm not alone in this. I know someone else who feels the same, but I would love to know how you guys feel about leather. I do have a few friends that have it in leather, in the lambskin, and they love it. You know, and it looks good, but just for me, I think it's just from my personal retail luxury leather background that I see it in leather and it just doesn't move me. It doesn't move me the same. So if I buy another 19, it will definitely be in tweed or in some kind of fabric, or sequins or denim or something else, but I don't think I will do the leather. I never say never, because you never know. I might see a bag that just moves me and the leather looks smoother, it looks a bit more supple. So I won't say never on that, but you know, since it's debuted in 2019, I just have not seen a leather bag in the 19 that has pushed me to want to purchase it. But with the ones that I have, I love them. I feel like they always elevate an outfit. And that's the beauty of Chanel. That's why we pay the Chanel prices, because the association with luxury, with the brand, you know, the fact that you put a Chanel bag on, the most casual outfits, and it instantly elevates your outfit. And for the most part, I feel like people who own Chanel bags, you could probably attest to this. You throw a Chanel bag on and you just feel, you know, you feel like a rich bitch. So that's just the reality of it. That's the reality of it, you know. So yeah, it's not necessarily a quality thing, because we know the quality is not there to match the prices. Not to say that the quality is not good. Don't get me wrong. The quality is good. It's just in comparison to the price point, it's just a little outrageous. It just doesn't add up. But anywho, I love my experiences with the bags. Before I started wearing this bag as a travel bag, I felt like it was wearing a lot better. But ever since I converted it to my travel bag, you know, I'm seeing a decline. But I still love the bag. It's definitely one of those bags that I love. I will have for a long time. If the bag falls apart, more than likely I will replace it. I'm just being honest. That's if I can find it. You can't even find them anywhere. But yes, I love the bag. Love my experience with the bag. I am a huge fan of this bag. I love how modern it is. I love how it elevates my outfits. I love how it's such a great style twist. And it's just something, in my opinion, that Chanel needed. Chanel needed something that would serve as a classic, but had a more youthful and modern twist. And the 19 delivers. And that's why I love it. Alright guys, that is my breakdown of the Chanel 19. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed anything. I don't know why I get so anxious with these videos, because I feel like I'm going to forget something or I'm going to miss something. But if I missed anything, please don't hesitate to, you know, let me know in the comment section. I do little videos now for Instagram and TikTok that just, you know, kind of give a few of the key features and the pros and cons and some of the stuff that I've talked to you guys about, and I add them on TikTok or Instagram. So if there's something that I miss, I will definitely add it there. Because there are so many different fabrics and so many different materials, and it's hard to come by these bags, I felt like it was a little hard to just kind of like break down one particular, you know, the leathers or the fabrics, because they all vary and everyone's experiences are a little different. But this was my experience with the bag and in the tweed, and just sharing some experiences of my friends who own the bag. I'd say overall this is a really, really great bag to have. There's something about the 19 that I just find to be a little bit more interesting than the classics. I do have the classics and I love my classics, but the 19 just, it does it for me. Like, it's just, it's perfect in a sense that it just adds a little bit of edge, and I love it. I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have a 19 and you love it. Let me know what size you have, how you've been wearing it. Let's get the conversation going in the description, not the description box, in the conversation, not the conversation. Let's get the conversation going in the comment section. I got it right. It's 1 o'clock and you guys know I haven't eaten, so. But anywho, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like the video, guys. It's so important that you like and you share the video and comment and just engage, because that tells YouTube that this is a great video. They share the video and it becomes helpful for anyone who is thinking about purchasing this bag. I feel like it's always great to have a personal experience with the bag. I got mine, I forgot to mention this, I got mine 2020. So I got this December 2020, which I forgot to mention, and I got the regular, the yellow size, oh my goodness, I got it January 2021. So I've had them for quite some time now, and that just goes to show that, you know, I've had them for a while, I've used them a ton, and I personally really love the bag. I would buy the bag again. It's just those price increases. I don't know if I would buy them with the price increase. Like, I literally would have to be like super moved, but I don't know. It's one of those things that I love the bag and I want to buy another one, but the price just stops me right in my tracks. So I don't know. If you guys love the bag and the price doesn't bother you, I would say go for it. It is a great bag. It elevates. It just does what it needs to do. So love the Chanel 19. That was me breaking it down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before I go, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, guys. It's Odd by Moni. Tons of style inspo in between these videos. Also, just everything, travel, life. I bring you guys shopping. We just picked up a new bag. It's a Fendi bag. It's the baguette and sequins. You guys would have seen this if you're following me on Instagram. If you're not, make sure you follow me. But yeah, just check out my Instagram page. It's Odd by Moni. Check out my website, oddbymonica.com, as well as my TikTok page. It's Odd by Moni. The next bag You guys let me know. I'm going to take a poll to see which bag we should highlight next. I'm thinking the Fendi Peekaboo, but I also have some other options. We can do the Jody, Bottega Jody. We can do, what else? The Sunshine Toe, the Fendi Sunshine Toe, the Dior Bobby, the Louis Vuitton Capucine. Let me know. And I'm just going off of what I have, really, because I want to be able to speak to whatever I share with you guys and to truly just share my personal experience, the wear and all that good stuff. So, but I'm curious to know which of the bags you guys want to see next. I will definitely do a poll to see which one is most in demand. But until then, thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.